Screen addiction is not a myth. It's not a buzzword. It's a real thing. It's a real issue that is backed by science. Study shows that most people spend an average of 7 hours a day scrolling through the screens. And that's almost a full day work. Apps are designed to hook us. They are designed to be addictive. You have constant notifications, infinite scrolling, and of course, autoplays. Tech on its own is amazing, but the problem starts when it begins to replace everything. When tech begins to replace real conversations, it begins to replace hobbies, and of course, it begins to replace reading. That's where the problem is. When screens begin to dominate, we lose something more. We lose ability to concentrate, ability to imagine, and the ability to introspect. Books give us an opportunity to think, it gives us an opportunity to imagine, to reflect, to follow concept, to introspect. And above all, books give us opportunity to concentrate, which is almost a rare commodity in the 21st century. In today's video, we want to look at screen addiction versus books. Why books still matter in 2025. And I want you to join me as we discuss 5 powerful reasons why books still matter in 2025. Let's go. The first reason why books still matter in 2025 is that books allow opportunity for depth in learning. Quite unlike the screen that will inundate you with a lot of information, when it comes to books, it gives you time to pause, to think, to reflect on what you are just reading, and then it gives you opportunity to remember what you just read, okay? Quite unlike the screen. Now, the next reason books are so relevant in 2025 is that it gives you an opportunity for imagination and empathy. Yes, it gives you opportunity for imagination and empathy. You are reading a story, then you stop. You put yourself in the shoes of the person that is being discussed in the story. Now, one of the books I'm reading recently, I read a scene where a young boy, a young promising teenager, tried to commit suicide. The mother was able to see him before the worst happened, and they were able to, save his life. So while reading that story, I had to pause severally, put myself in the shoes of the mother, was able to empathize with them. And that's one thing that books gives you opportunity to do. You are able to empathize with the people. You are able to see life from the perspective, from the eyes of other people. So books give you opportunity for imagination. It gives you an opportunity to empathize with other people. Another reason why books are so important is that it reduces mental fatigue. In this fast-paced screen time, many people are constantly scrolling, and they are scrolling, getting across so many information. At the end of the day, there is something I call information overload. The mind is overwhelmed. The heart is agitated because a lot of information is coming through the screen, both the ones that are true and the ones that are false, both the ones that will inspire fear, the ones that will inspire anxiety, okay? But books, on the other hand, are quite different. They allow you time to reflect. Just as I was talking about the book I'm reading, there are some places you read and you really have a good laugh, right? You have a good laugh based on the stories that the author is telling. So of course, laughter is good for you. You laugh, you learn, and then your brain, it gives a relaxing effect on your brain. You are able to sleep better, and you have less anxiety, quite unlike when you are hooked to your screen 24/7. Okay, that's another reason why it's so important that we create time to read in 2025. Another reason why it's so important that we read in this 2025 is the fact that reading has a way of repairing our attention span. Of course, one of the real attacks of the screen on people is that it attacks the attention span. People hardly concentrate. People usually hardly focus these days. The attention span has been so decimated, okay? It has been so fragmented. But when you begin to read, it has a way of nurturing or rewiring your brain. It helps you to be able to focus more, and it helps you to be able to pay attention to facts. In fact, reading is just like, someone says that what exercise is to the body is what reading is to the mind. It has a way of helping, just the same way people walk into the gym and they begin to exercise and build up their muscles. That's exactly what books do to the brain. It has a way of nurturing back our attention span and helping us to develop all the other faculties that are very good for our cognitive life. Another reason why we must hail books in 2025 is because of what I call cultural memory. Yes, books help us to document our history. It helps us to capture things that happen in our life, in our societies, in such a way that the screen cannot capture them. To me, it's like having a long form conversation. You are writing down the things, you're writing out the details, so that even in years to come, our children can reflect, our children can go back to see the things that really happened. In a way, it captures it in such a way that the screen can hardly capture it, okay? Now, I haven't talked about these 5. This is not all there is. Of course, you know that reading has a way of enhancing our vocabulary. Reading has a way of enhancing our communication skill. You hear some people talk, you want to listen to them again. Each time I have opportunity of listening to someone talk so well, I can tell that this person has been reading. It shows, it tells, okay? Because when you read books, you acquire a lot of vocabulary, you acquire a lot of words, and you even learn a way to use the words you already know in a unique way, in a beautiful way, in different forms, okay? So it's so important that we read because it has everything good to offer us. In the 21st century, 2 of the most important skills that are on sale are the communication abilities, public speaking, and writing. Both of them are fed from reading. If you are a reader, definitely you can become a good writer. If you are a reader, the opportunities are there for you for public speaking. So everything good comes to us from reading. The truth is that tech is beautiful, but what we are advocating is that tech should be used with balance. It should be used intentionally. For instance, you're on commute, you can be listening to audiobook, and for convenience sake, there are some places where you will be and you want to read ebooks, right? But then at the same time, make sure that you create time for real paperback reading. It has a way of detoxing our mind. Now, having said that, how do we start? What are some of the things you need to do if you must go back to reading, in case you left it somewhere? What are some of the things you need to do in order to facilitate your ability to begin to read once again? Now, the very first thing you need to do here is to start small. Yes, start small. It can be 10 minutes a day. Investing in reading is okay. It could be reading 10 pages at a time. It's okay. It could be 5 pages at a time. That is still fine. Just ensure that you create time to read in 2025. I normally tell people, the human being is said to be made of 3 parts: the body, the soul, and the spirit, isn't right? Now, the same way every day, on a daily basis, we eat food, we drink water, we do skincare routine, we take care of our body. That's the same way you should also nurture your mind. And one of the things we can do to nurture our mind is to read. So read on a daily basis. I said in one of my last video that the major reason why so many people don't read books is because they are waiting for when they will have a chunk of time. That's why they talk about, okay, I'll read that book when I'm on leave, when I'm on my annual leave. The same book you want to read when you are on annual leave, if you schedule your time to read for 10 minutes every day, to read for 20 minutes every day, in less than 1 month, you would have read it, okay? So start small, schedule your time, and read every day. Is so important. Now, the next thing you need to do is to pick books that align with your interest. When you're reading books that align with your interest, it's a lot more fun. Remember that we're talking about personal development. We are no longer in the university when you are forced to do a course that you don't want to do. Now you have choice to make, okay? You can go to the bookshop, choose the books that align with your interest. When you're reading something that is aligned with your interest, it becomes fun. Make reading fun by reading the things that align with your interest, and you can schedule your time so that it won't disrupt with your work, and it won't disrupt the things you do on a daily basis, okay? Just a little bit of time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can read for the day and go ahead and do your normal work. Now, having said that, another thing you can do is to set triggers. Some people will say, okay, I will read before bedtime. Some other people will say, I will read before breakfast. And other people might just use, their time for exercises to listen to audiobooks. Either way, just do what is convenient for you, but ensure that on a daily basis you're exposed to reading. Another thing that must be said here is that if you must read and read well, then avoid distractions. Keep your phone away. For the 20 minutes you're reading, let the notifications stay away. Let the scrollings stay away. Just concentrate, okay? And give it your full attention. For the short period you're reading, give it your full attention. That way, you will be able to learn better. That way, you will be able to comprehend better. And that way, you would have given your brain some rest, right? Remember always that there is a part of you that the screen cannot feed. There are some things in your life, some spaces in your heart that the information coming from the screen cannot feed, which only books can feed. That's why we're saying create time to read on a daily basis. Now, having said that, if you got value from this video, I want you to please subscribe to my channel and drop for me at the comment section what books you're reading now or what books you intend to begin to read. And if you desire to learn more about books, the benefits of reading, how to give children a reading culture, I encourage you to please click on the playlist here. And until I come your way next time, remain richly blessed.